What's going on, internet? How you doing? Um, if you are watching me live, thanks for coming. And if you're watching me on YouTube later, you should consider coming to watch me live. I'm on twitch.tv/Tisan, P-T-I-S-A-N, and link is, as always, in the description, both for Twitch and YouTube. So be sure to follow me at both places. This is going to be a shorter stream. I'm kind of in between work and other things, so just had some time. Gonna be playing some PC Building Simulator. I'll see how far I get. I might finish a day. Might not even finish a day. I don't know. It depends how much time I have. And also apologize if I sound congested, stuffy, raspy, any of that, because I am moving my desk soon. And I never realized how much dust collects on my desk because it's always covered with so much stuff. So now that it's all gone and I see, it's gray dust except where it gets touched, and it's disgusting. So anyway, I'm gonna start the game. I should always start this beforehand. It takes a while to start, so I don't know why I wait. Here we go. Oh, come on, game. We want to play. There we go. I just realized it has how to build a PC on here. Is that like a video, or I'm just curious. In this tutorial, learn about the main components of PC and how they go together. Oh! Well, that could be helpful for people. I could see that. I don't need to do this. I really don't. We've built many a PC by now. That one. Alright, let's get back into our save. Okay. Alright, so I have diagnose, update, update. By end of day 2-5, it's 125. Okay. Okay. And what's this one? I should... Wait a minute. Okay. I never turned it off, so that kind of freaked me out for a second. Hey, hold on. I know what's missing. We're hearing too much fan and not enough music. Let's see. Okay. I love that sound. Okay, did we do that? No, that's what's over there. Back in business, bane of my life. How do I send an email? Google, how do I send an email? Please Google, how do I send an email? Why isn't this working? Help, email, help for seniors, computer classes, sent from EasyMail version 4.1. Okay. Not my job. Okay. This stuff... Got it. These are the new ones. These are here. 4488 with plastic red cables. Oops. Alright. Cable up. Poke it. Ew, Gigabyte. Alright, we're gonna run that. While that runs, got nothing over here, so let's grab the diagnose. Okay. Well, which one is this? Is this Bruce? Yeah, diagnose and fix. Okay, let's go, Bruce. The game is smoother. I do enjoy this more now. Power? Power? Poke it. Alright, well, there's your problem. Will not power on. Throw it away. I kinda wish there was like a test, like a poke the button, see if it works kind of thing on this one. Okay, I'm just gonna set this one back over there and we'll order the power supply. Alright. Set you... Can I? There. There for now. Twain Greg. Where are we at? 41. The graphics needs to be better. Ranking. Okay, so it has... Oof. MSI GeForce GTX 980 Gaming 4G LE. Which is right there, but I guess TI Gaming 6G. Wow. GTX 980 Ti. LE is not as good by a significant amount, so, and for $5 more you get Gold Edition. $5 it is. Ouch. It's this... he's got a big budget, so... how's the CPU on this thing? 44. This isn't an averaging thing, is it? Like, if I do... was it 51 plus 44? What was it? 25. Divided by 2. No, it's 4238, and we got 4103. Only other thing I could think of would be RAM. Oh, crap. Well, that's good for the computer. USB. I want to install the program that lets me see what's all on the computer. System info. Alright, let that be. Cable it up. I do enjoy that all the things always go to the same place. Makes it easy. Turn that on. System info. Please be bigger. RAM. 2133 DDR4. Xi'an Titan 4 gig 2133. Is there just one in there? Yes. Is this rank? This is graphics. Is there a way to go back? Like, oh, I see. It's just graphics and CPU. Okay. Got it. Shop. Memory. Get out of here. Hey. I didn't know that. Is this new? That's helpful. Kind of. Price ascending. Mortoni and Xi'an are like the house brands of this game. DDR4 2130. I'm pretty sure that's what's in there. $35 sticker amp. Okay. What if we doubled it? Would it be better? Huh, I saw some of that today. I saw that too. If I just got another stick of the same, or if I got a 8 gig stick. I think I'm just, to start, gonna try another stick of the same. Double what he's got. Okay. The CPU in that one, if I remember right, is like, yeah, I don't think there's much I can do better than that right now. What are we doing here? What is going on? Greg, what are we doing? Holy cow. Okay. Oh. Please. Give stick. that. No reboot. That's not what I wanted, but sure. Ugh. Please. No. 3D Mark. That's what I wanted. It was down there. You could do it. This artificial waiting gets me. No. Will it run? Goodbye. Restart it. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Got that. I hate benchmarking. 4488. What do you have? Sheehan Power King 250. Give me another. Looking for at least 5270 in benchmarks. Needs it in 11 days. MSI is the best. Alright, we can do a better core. Could double up his RAM. Your graphics card ain't gonna change it. Alright, let's start 3D Mark on there. Run it. Alright, I got stuff coming for you. We're gonna shut down. Stuff that I'm working on I put close to the door, which makes no sense, but that's my system. Okay. Not a mimic. Okay. Okay. Mark Goodall. Benchmark 4462, 16 gig of RAM, team group, plastic white cables, lots of love. The i3 needs to go. You're gonna get team group 16 gig. And that Radeon needs to go. Memory is team group. Okay, 2400. i3 6100. That's gonna be here. Where's the i3 6100? That is a Skylake 1151. Alright, I'm feeling real dumb right now because I don't know which of these came first. So Kaby Lake, Skylake, Intel. Processor, list of Intel processors. 8th gen. Wolf. Okay. Skylake and then Kaby Lake, it looks like. So Kaby Lake would be better, right? Assuming? Yes, certainly not. Based on what I got there. Skylake. Poof, he wants what? 4462. Okay, I'm not gonna skimp $10 on that. Okay, I got 16 gig of RAM coming. Team group. And the video card, DFL, Radeon R9 290, great. Radeon 290, great. So we could go. I don't know what that means. Oh, I don't like what that just said. Okay, let me show you this. This is what I was just reading. Oh, garbage. Let's get you a screen region. Oops. So according to this person, alright, go to site 24.128, find the formula, short explanation. Alright, because they use time spy in the game, right? WGraphics with 0.85, WCPU with 0.15, so formula is 1 divided by 0.85 divided by sgraphics, and 0.15 divided by CPU. Sgraphics, you'll need the FPS from test 1 and 2. Say it's 2466 and 1951. Sgraphics equals 164 times 2 divided by 1 divided by 2466 plus 1 divided by 1951. What is the 164 from? How the heck? Alright, so calculate. Got my calculator, okay. Oh. Come back. Thank you. That was funny. Meh. 164. How? S graphics. Is one. I don't understand the 164 and 298. This is just weird. Hey Scoops, how's it going? You caught me at a thrilling point. I'm trying to figure out how 3D Mark calculates the score in this game. I'm good. Kind of between stuff right now, and this is gonna be a shorter stream. I'll probably be done in like a half hour. Just so you know. Alright, well, let's get back to the game. So, okay, here's what I was doing. I was looking at, right, I'm trying to, okay, here. This one scored a 49.58, right? And I need this one to have, which one is this? This is Twain Greg. Twain Greg needs 5270, right? PC stats. CPU could be better. Wants to, well, I think I'm gonna double up his RAM. The video card's almost as good as it can be. The only one better is the golden edition card. It's like a $5 difference, and in the ranking it's like almost the same. I mean, that's a big jump down to the next one lower. All this to say, like 85% of the score is the graphics card and 15% of the score is the CPU. But what I don't understand is how these numbers help you at all figure out what your final score is going to be. I guess, now this is an interesting thought. Okay, Twain Greg, what's in there right now? Let's say I need notes. Alright, this is where chat gets to help me out. Because I'm going to take my notes in chat. The GTX 980 Ti Gaming 6G is a 3537. And that's, oh, you're fine. You don't have to do any math. Like I said, I'm just posting the scores in chat so that I can keep track of them. And that's 85% of the score. PC stat. Core i5 6600K. Hey Lunars Nova, thanks for following. Okay, Core i5 6600K. That ranks a 1227, and that is 15% of the score. So if I take those two numbers, does that get me the number I'm looking for? So 3537 times 0.85 is 3006. And then if I do 1227 times 0.15, that's 184. And if I add those together, that's a 3190. So now, if I look at Greg's score, he got a 4958. So that's not even close. So that just gets a big brownie face from me. Okay. So what does this mean? This means you went to this tech shop with your brother, and the amount of i5 being sold for like 30 and 40 bucks, I'm pretty sure I saw about 5. Nice. i5 isn't junk. But apparently if you're trying to get a 3D Mark score of, a decent match, you gotta go i7. Now, all that to say, that's kind of like min-maxing, so I wouldn't worry about it. No, i5s for 30 and 40 bucks, that's not bad at all. I would, so one of the big things with CPUs is always making sure your socket fits. So double check your sockets when you're buying a CPU. Make sure that the chipset's compatible on your motherboard. Usually if the socket is the same, it's fine. And you don't want to buy something too old that isn't supported anymore, because if a vulnerability comes out for that CPU, you could run into trouble if it's exposed to the wide open internet. That's probably more of an issue for enterprise purchasing than it is for at home, but just something to keep in mind. But I'm really glad to hear that. I mean, that again, that's super affordable. That's awesome. Yours wouldn't fit, so you had to buy a new keyboard. I don't think it's the same, but this is an old AMD one. Yeah, so if you find an Intel, obviously it's not going to fit in AMD socket. Motherboard. Got it. No, you're fine. The good news is if it's a cheap CPU, you might be able to pick up a cheap motherboard as well. Motherboards can be expensive when they're newer, but as they age, they don't really hold their value. I've not really had an issue with buying old motherboards. What was I doing here? This is an upgrade for Mark Goodall. Okay, yet again, we gotta get the 3D Mark. Give me my stick. Not sure if you should get one of those or a Ryzen. I don't think it matters a whole lot, honestly. If you get a Ryzen, I wouldn't expect it to fit the socket of an older AMD, but who knows? Maybe it does. I'm not super smart about those yet. I'm looking into it more, but yeah, I like the Ryzens, right? I mean, they're pretty decent CPU. Yeah, if you're planning to get a new motherboard, then just I usually pick out the CPU I want first, and then oh, I didn't want to do that. I usually pick out the CPU I want first, and then I buy the motherboard around that. So I'd figure that part out first. Actually, you know what? Okay, so let's do this. Let's... I don't know how accurate this is. I assume they're trying to be realistic. But, okay, so you got a Ryzen 5. So it looks like they scored just below the... Or they're like... That's a Ryzen 3. So no, they scored just above the Intels. So... that's cool. I remember you're the one who told me about power supplies and how to figure them out since I had no idea. Yep, I remember that. I remembered that when I saw your name pop up in chat. I was like, oh yeah, we talked stuff before. Um, so yeah, it looks like the Ryzen 5 score a little bit better in Intel's, and I would just throw out that one bit of caution I always do with AMD is that historically they've not had the same thermal checks as Intel, so just make sure you right size your cooler. I know I've gone on my water cooling rant before, but so I'm not probably gonna do this now. But just make sure that you're keeping your temperature right, and that should be fine. 8320FX is what you got right now. I think that's about what I've got right now, actually. It was something very close to that. What do I have? I've got a FX 9370. I think it's roughly the same generation-ish. Maybe one newer. So, yeah, that's cool. So, it's been serving me well. And I will say, when I run this CPU versus like any of the i7s I've had in the past, my room heats up. Like, it gets warm. I actually, when it gets colder out, instead of bringing a space heater in my room, I just turn on my tower. Seriously. Like, it warms up the room that much. It's a good idea for an emote. A CPU on fire. Perfect. System info, that's what I wanted. So you don't really feel the heat and cold, mainly the cold, so it doesn't bother me. I grew up in the desert, and I hated it. I love the cold, and so I moved to the Midwest where it snows, and I'm so happy now. Alright, what does this guy need run? Oh, neat. I don't remember seeing that before. Okay, what are we doing here? This one's 4958 and wants a 5270. You live in Ireland, so you get lots of rain, used to the cold. Friend from Sweden is so confused about how not cold. Huh. There's something about humidity that definitely changes the cold. When it's humid out and cold, you don't feel nearly as physically cold when you go outside, I feel like. I can probably walk out in a t-shirt when it's humid and there's snow on the ground, but when it is bitter, ice cold, the air is dry, it cuts right through every jacket and it just feels frozen out. Only your hands. Yeah, just wear gloves. You're good. Right, so we need to order the 6700K i7. Oof. CPU 6700K, and we were gonna double up the RAM. What did that person have in there? Dark red 8 2666. Dark red 8. 2666, add to cart. Cool. Alright, that's good. I think that's all I'm going to order for that one. Is that Mark? That's Twain. Mark is here, and Mark wants 4462 with 16 gig team group. We've got G-Skill Flare, so we need to order a 16 gig stick of team group. Might just double up on that one. Always thought there was a button that swapped your GPU to the opposite brand. It's like switch to an Intel from Ryzen on your build list. In the game or like on a website, or what are you talking about? Swapped your CPU to the opposite brand. Where did you see it? Oh, PC Part Picker. That would be kind of interesting if it did. Let's go see. We'll look at this together real quick. You know. Okay. So if I just go to System Builder, if we go, it was probably the build guide since you can see the Ryzen or Intel version. Okay, so here. So you're thinking like if I do like this. Okay. I see what you're talking about. So yeah, in here it goes, so it's an excellent Intel gaming streaming build. And if you'd prefer to consider a similar build but use the AMD Ryzen, be sure to check out this one. So that makes sense. That's cool. So that's a Ryzen 5 3600X, and the last one was Intel Comet Lake i5 10600K. Neat. Yeah, that's cool. I don't know if there is on the System Builder. Because, yeah, I was doing this earlier today and was like, man, I wish there was an easy way to tell. See, right now it's sorting by compatible because of the motherboard I've got selected, so maybe it's under, like, let's pick something newer. Let's go Okay. All. Yeah, again, it's older. What am I looking at right now? What part list is this? Oh my gosh. You have two friends that are considering getting a PC because you're converting them? Nice. Here's my argument for wanting a PC over like a gaming system is okay. I wanted to be able to play on the same hardware for multiple generations of games. I wanted to be able to use whatever controller I wanted, and I wanted to be able to use keyboard and mouse as an option. I know you can kind of do that with Xbox, where you can use keyboard and mouse, or you could. I don't know if you really can anymore, but anyway. For me, I didn't want to have to keep buying new hardware every few years. I know that they're overall cheaper. Like you're gonna spend 1,600 on a PC versus 350 on an Xbox or something, but it just makes sense to me to keep using that same hardware and to be able to upgrade like a GPU if I need to or something. You know, I like not have to upgrade the whole thing. And if it fails, I can troubleshoot it, diagnose it, and replace the part that failed versus like my Xbox 360 where I got 2 Red Ring of Death and I really couldn't do anything about it because it was proprietary hardware. Like, I'm someone who's willing to get my hands dirty. Same reason you like the PC over console is the same reason I prefer Android over Apple. Prefer the much more complex version. Android versus Apple, Linux versus Windows, all that kind of stuff. I'm just like whatever gets the job done. Like I don't really care. I'm OS agnostic. Whatever helps you do your job well and get your work done, I don't care. You have an Apple phone now because it was free. I mean, that's fine. You know, if it works for you. Ultimately, the apps aren't that different. Like you're gonna download I don't know, Facebook the same way on an iPhone as you will an Android. That's not going to change. I mean, the core functionality is the same. So, I don't know. I don't really have a preference. I like the way Android feels better. Like, it just clicks better in my head, so it helps me get my job done better. You like the Android HUD better? Yeah, I mean, yeah, if it makes sense to you, then get that. Like, that's my whole thing. At my work, so many people have iPhones, and I'm fine with it. Like, cool, that works for you, but like, don't ask me to support it because I don't understand it. Like, it doesn't work for me. So you know, that's fine. Um, Mark Goodall has an Intel Core i3 6100. Is it this one? It's this one. His CPU scores 2200, graphics is 3500. What GPU does he have? That's the R9 290, which was, it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that good. So I was gonna get this one again. I think I have 2 of those. Oh yeah, that's right. There. Thinking of getting a phone called the Fairphone 3 Plus. You're able to change out parts, so it's more environmentally friendly. Instead of buying a new phone, you buy a new camera. Yeah, I'm aware of the Fairphone. For me, the way we've been doing it in our family is instead of buying a new phone every year or new parts every year, we're just sticking with this one until it's out of support by the provider, and then we buy a new one. Like, rather than a new phone every year or a new camera every year, like, we're just trying to maintain the same parts. Like, it's the same thing, like, it's more environmentally friendly to buy a used fossil fuel car than it is to buy a new electric car, because you're not outputting any carbon footprint to have purchased the used car. So you might as well just get the used car, right? Like, overall, the lifespan of the car for your usage, it's better environmentally. One of the things that I tried to do when I started at my job was to do as much landfill diversion as possible. Um, so, like, anytime we have computers or hardware that we no longer use, we've partnered with a company in the area that does 100% landfill diversion for technology. They'll either resell or, like in the case of data storage, they destroy it. Obviously, nothing you can do there because hard drives are basically forever, even though they fail. You can use forensic tools to get the data. And with government regulations, that's not really something you can have happen. So we destroy those, but like everything else, we have them resell. They said anything they can't resell, like old phone hardware that isn't supported anymore, they break down at factory warehouse and they break it down into materials. Like, it's pretty cool what they do. So we've partnered with them at my job to do as much landfill diversion as possible. Granted, we're a small company, but it's better than not. Oh yeah, I see it. Got that. Was I just gonna order? Yeah, I'm getting 2 of those now. Do I need 3 of those? Is that what I'm looking at? Let me see here. Okay, 1 second. I need to replace that one. To replace that one. And not that one. Okay. So I'm replacing 2. I've got 2 on order. Okay, good. Back to Mark. So I've got the video card, the CPU, and then we were going to do 16 gig of Team Group, which was 2 of those. Okay. So got what I need here for Mark. That's that guy that just needs diagnosis. Alright, now we're going to look at what's coming. Help, Film Classics Archive is under attack. It's those idiots over at Movie Maniacs. They're crazy. They organized some kind of DDoS on the Film Classics Archive. It was like 1 million people trying to download everything at once. It totally killed my computer. There was smoke and everything. Can you take a look and see what you can do about the damage? Blake Patterberg. It was not nearly as wordy as before. PSU and CPU. So Shan Power King 400, Ryzen 3 Quad 1200. CPU. So this is new. You can actually sort by filters now, which is nice. Ryzen 3 Quad 1200. Power was a Shan King 400. Cool. Oh yes, question. So one of my friends wants to stream games like Among Us and Fortnite. I have no idea what to suggest. Nothing about streaming. So are we talking hardware? Are we talking software? Are we talking how to get started? Like, what you looking for there? What do you want me to tell you? Hardware. Okay. Well, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can either do it all on one, or you can have two boxes. The two box way is to have a streaming machine with a capture card and a gaming machine that has all of your cool stuff in it, right? Like, so your gaming machine is your gaming PC like you'd normally have. And what you would need is a capture card in the streaming machine, which is, it doesn't need to be crazy. It just needs to. He was shocked that you could build your own PC. Nice. So I'll just go into this quickly because it doesn't sound like what he wants. Streaming PC would have the capture card in it. You run your output that you would normally run to a monitor from your gaming PC into the capture card out to your monitor. So it's like a bypass, right? So the capture card would then be able to be used in a program like OBS or XSplit. OBS and XSplit are great tools for connecting directly to services like Twitch or YouTube, Facebook Gaming, I think. I'd have to look into that more. I'm not sure. But I assumed when Mixer went down that they had integrations for Facebook Gaming. So anyway, the easier way, and what I do, is you have an all-in-one system. So my gaming PC is also my streaming PC. The problem with having them split out is you have to run both all the time so that the capture card can output to the monitor for you. Otherwise, you have to pull from the your cable from the capture card and plug it into the monitor if you just want a game. You can spend about $800 or 600 GBP. So you're almost going to be better at that price range getting a laptop that's pre-built. And the reason I say that is because you're obviously going to be doing all-in-one at that price range, right? Like, the base to build a PC is almost like $600, so you're going to be needing an all-in-one. But you can probably get higher power out of a laptop for $800 than you can out of a gaming PC tower because of the cost of graphics cards right now. And if you're talking about games like Fortnite and Among Us, if you're playing Fortnite on lower graphics levels, you're probably fine on the laptop. Also, check out used. No joke, like, you can get a used business PC that is up for sale just because the lease is up on it, so the business didn't want to support it any longer. Get one of those. Those usually have enough graphics power, you know, to run those games, all built into the chipset. You're gonna get like another, if it's, let's say it's a Dell Latitude, it's like 3 years old, you're gonna get like another 7 years out of it. I'm serious, like, they last forever. You may have a rare case where it has a bad part that goes bad and you'd have to pay to replace it. I've done that. The worst case scenario, you're probably looking at like $300 for all said and done. That's still cheap. And the reason I'm saying go this route is because of the cost of graphics cards right now. They're just ridiculous. So, I don't know. That's my 2 cents on spending $800 for an all-in-one. Hands-on natural... Oh, wait. Accept. Hands-on natural repair session requested. Hello, just writing to say that the alternate repair session had no effect. It's most likely that you conducted the healing ritual incorrectly, but that's okay. You are a novice. Instead, I'll send my computer into your workshop so you can work on it by hand, on the condition that you conduct the appropriate rituals to ensure that any physical changes don't affect the positive energy of the machine as a whole. The rituals will be conducted as before, but with the following additions to hopefully make it more effective for a beginner. Healing crystals should be arranged around the machine to create an energy grid. An additional mantra to be used. Madame Paisai one go. Oh. But take care is this mantra, great power. However many candle, like, cure for baldness. I'm missing the joke here, but okay. I'm not sure, but I think he said he didn't want a laptop. I'm going to talk to him later about it. He's picky. The thing with a laptop too, it has USB ports, it has HDMI ports. You can hook it up just the same as you would a tower. So you can have keyboard, mouse, monitor, all that. You won't even know you've got the laptop running other than you just don't have a big tower sitting next to you, right? So I would, try and sell him on that point because honestly, the used laptop market, he can get so much more for their money, It's about a week ago, so I'm taking what tiny bits of memory I have left, right? However many candles you set up last time, double it. You can never have too many candles. Diagnose and fix. Okay. Let's do it. DeBell stuff. Hi, are you available for a job? I need some repairs. I tried upgrading my CPU, but I think I put it in the wrong way up and now it won't boot. Can you make this number one priority? It looks bland. Plastic red might look better. Replace CPU and air cooler. Ryzen 5 quad 1400. Am I filtering? I don't think so. Here we go. Ryzen 5 quad 1400. Cooler. Arctic Freezer 33 Esports 1 yellow. Arctic Freezer 33 Esports Edition. Esports 1. Is that the same? Esports 1. Here we go. Woof. It's a big order. Next day, 30 bucks. Not bad. Bring it on. Alright, got 3 new ones. 3 here. And this one. Alright. So let's... Gross. That's a lot of stuff. Alright, we paid rent? We paid rent. Those are being worked on still. End day. Things are happening. Alright, stuff's here. All the fans. Okay. I wish I would have recorded what needed what. I do this every time. I order all the parts, and now I'm like, I don't know what goes where. Alright, let's get this piece out. I'm going to start from the bottom. Still spinning. Alright, these are the oldies. Ones that have been in the shop for a while. And we're just going to start from the bottom of the email chain. Dave Marsden. Dave Marsden. Let's work on it. Man, at this rate, if I just get one of these done today, I'm going to be a happy camper. Please. Please. Okay. Good. Good. wants a high score. He is getting the RAM and the graphics card. I think just the RAM. That's all I was doing here. So I was gonna plug that in. This one was like almost there. Install memory. And put the side back on. Boot. Oops. Alright. Run it. While that runs, next up was Bruce Van Cleef. This guy cracks me up. Mr. Bruce, come with me, please. Whoa. He needs a new power supply. Remove that. Okay, uncable. I am getting hungry, so hopefully we're gonna eat soon. This one, throw back in. That is a nice graphics card, Mr. Bruce. Cables, we're gonna use, what would look good here? I think in the white, or no, plastic black sleeves. It's funny, this guy was like, I don't care about technology, just give me whatever. And he's like, oh, give me an MSI. I think this one I built from spare parts though was the thing. Oops. No. Need this. Don't really need this, but... Alright, cable her up. Did this one, gosh dang, pass yet? 4161. What the heck? Are we serious right now? What is it? What did we do? Alright. GTX. Dope. That was a link post, and so Stream Elements cleaned it up. Sorry about that. If you have a link, you can shoot it to me in a message. Like, do a a whisper, because Stream Elements isn't gonna let links in the chat. Just, you never know what bots want to post sketchy things in chat, so sorry. Also, the timeout's 120 seconds, so you'll be able to talk again in a couple minutes. Um, 980. This is just such a pain. Alright, let's go here. It's working again. Pretty sure this one's good to go. I'm not joking. You can send me the link in a whisper. It's just want to try and protect the chat if bots get sketchy. Alright, cool. That one's done. Okay. This one. What do we have that we're gonna do here? I'm seriously worried that the budget on this one is gonna be blown. Oh, a PC part picker list. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like you did. I don't know, maybe the bot wasn't paying attention or something, but like it does that sometimes. Sometimes the Stream Elements bot just like kind of forgets that it has a job to do. Yeah, feel free to shoot me the list and I'll take a look at it if you want. We can even throw it up on the stream and talk about it. $984 GLE is what? It was like a video about a PC build, video build. I can get the list. I just sent the video. Okay, cool. I'll take a look. I actually don't know if I'll have time to look at it today, because it is kind of like I need to get some dinner before my next thing that I'm doing. I don't know, if you send it quick, we can take a look at a build. I don't think I'll have time to play a video, like look at that though. GTX 980 Ti Gaming 6G. What's my inventory? I have 2. Dang. Okay, Greg Twain. What do we got? Alright, you're getting the CPU, another stick of RAM, and CPU Stick a RAM, is that it? That might be it. They really don't talk about how difficult how difficult those coolers can be sometimes in this game. Like, you're like, oh, I just pull it off? No. It's like locked in, it's screwed in. You gotta like screw it in from the back of the motherboard and the front, like, ugh. Just pop it out. Okay, that's on install the thermal paste. Install the cooler. Done. So it does look like this one is a sort of easy install. These are like little twisty feet that you just push down and they lock in place, and then you have to use a screwdriver and turn them to unlock them again. So that's not, that is actually kind of just a pop it in sort of method. Let me show you what I was looking at right now. Hyper 212. So like today I was looking at this one. Get you a screen region. Ah, perfect. So this is the part that sits on top, like just drop it on. But there's nothing down here to lock it, right? So what you have to do is, let me see if I remember this. So this goes dang, let me see. This is a back plate that goes on the back of the motherboard. This is under the CPU where all the little pieces are, so it doesn't hurt anything. And like these are where you screw it into. Now these are little scissor arms that go back and forth, so it can fit multiple different, I guess, chipsets. Then you tighten it when you've got it in its place. This goes across right here and puts pressure downward right here on top of the CPU. These screw in to here, and these nuts hold it in place. Thing is a monster to get put on, like, because you got to be holding you got to hold this part in place, and then you got to, like, okay, so you got a thermal paste bottom, put that on the back. You're holding both basically, right? And then you gotta put the X over in the radiator to hold it down. I'm done. I can't explain it well. Got the list, couldn't find the one, so I had to quickly make one. Might have missed out something. Also, there's a more expensive version with the RX 570. Alright, yeah, take a look. Shoot it to me in a whisper. New CPU. Memory. Should be sent. Yep, there it is. Pulling it up now. So do this. So we got a i3 Asus Prime motherboard, Corsair Vengeance, 8 data, solid state, mainly case, EVGA, power supply. Okay. Just have onboard graphics. Usually it's easy to tell just to see. It looks like it's got an HDMI port, so you could plug directly into the motherboard on that. It's more like 400 without the graphics card. Yeah, so this doesn't have the graphics card, so it's like 311 pounds. Yeah, I mean, it's a good starter, right? Like, you get everything on here. There's no compatibility issues, like that's a big thing. It's about $400. Yeah, I mean, that sounds about right, right? Your biggest cost is the motherboard. The processor, I mean, if it were me, I would try to inch up into that i5 range, you know? Especially if you're going to be doing streaming and gaming, because the i3 is a little bit throttled back. But other than that, I mean, it looks like a solid starter, right? Doesn't look like you'll be able to get your SSD though. You might want to pick a different one, because that's usually no prices available means it's not for sale anymore. Yeah, looks like it's a legacy part. So probably pick a new one of those. I've never used ADATA. I can't really speak to them one way or another. Lian Li, to me, is a case that has like a cool factor that I just don't get. Like, it's cool if you want to get that. I personally just, I'm not really into style and all that, so 500 watt power supply is good. It's actually probably overkill for this setup. You could probably go a little bit lower on that if there is one. You'd probably save, I don't know, 10-20 pounds on that. Again, if you're getting the video card and you get a bigger CPU, then you probably do want the 500 watts. That's just what's on the YouTube list. Yeah, that's cool. Let's do this real quick. So storage. Yeah, stick with the 500 so you can upgrade. I agree. Let's see what we can find real quick, right? So you got a 480. I'm gonna tune this to same or bigger. We want an SSD. You got the 2.5-inch form factor in there. Probably want the 6 gig. Sorted by price, ascending. I tend to stay away from Crucial. I've had a bunch of them go bad on me. Western Digital's alright, right? So let's, that's a 500 gig, that's 20 gig more than what you got in there. Let's throw that on. So we'll pull this one off. What did I just do? Are we back to mine? We're back to mine. I didn't want that. I want... My goodness. Okay, we're gonna do edit this part list. There we go. Add storage. Alright, quickly again. That was a Western Digital, so we can just do that. It was a 500 SSD. Ew. Good. SSD. 2.5. And you want that. Okay. Sort it by price. And the blue is a good one. Okay. Back to your system builder. We're gonna pull the A data. So that's probably a more accurate price. Is $365. If you earned £1 per day, you would have enough after a year to buy this PC. Corsair Vengeance, good. Asus Prime, good. I like Asus motherboards. They're solid. So let's just do a what if. What if in the future you wanted to upgrade to that i5? What's that going to look like for you? Not bad. I mean, this is new, you know. Is this, so you need one with onboard graphics. Because you don't have a video card, your CPU has to be doing that for you. If you don't have to get everything new, you could get those cheap i5s. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But that's, like you said, you do have to have the GPU if you're going that route. So just gonna go with the cheapest one, honestly. They're all pretty similar. So you're at about 400 now, 420. If you get the 50 in there for the Western Digital. Got the i5. i5 6600. Could be. I don't know if it's gonna be on here new, would be the question. I just did Intel Core i5, and what I did was sort by price, ascending. So like literally this is the cheapest i5 in your compatibility. That being said, you saw a 6600. I don't see it under your compatibility settings. So I think you are going to be here for the cheapest one. But again, for the used one that you saw, that may be different, like you said. Video card, RX 570. Yeah, 159 like you said. So let's say all said and done you want to do this. Looking at about 580. Now keep in mind shipping. Keep in mind tax. I'm not familiar with shipping in the UK, what that's like, so your mileage may vary on that. For me, anything I buy off Newegg, I'm going to pay shipping. Anything I buy off Amazon, I get free shipping. In the UK, tax is integrated with the price you pay. Okay, well that's good. Here it's not. That's calculated at checkout. So it may say $53.99. I would have to calculate 1.06 times the price. So like for me, this would all be, let's say it's dollars. There's my price after tax. Yeah, it is annoying, but you get used to it. I can pretty much, there's certain things like at the store, I just go around, I'm like, I buy that so often, I know it's not whatever, it's this. Like, just, you think that way now. Anyway, that was fun. If you're paying $159 for something, you really are paying $159 plus shipping. Yeah, that's cool. I wish it was like that here. There's actually there's quite a few people that have lived here all their life that don't understand that concept still. Alright, do we have to do anything else for this person? This is Twain Gregg. Do they want like fancy cables or anything? No. 3D mark it up. For a first PC that seems decent. Yeah, it's not bad. It really isn't at all. This one is pissing me off. I think... Pretty sure I got the graphics card for this one. Gonna be honest, probably better than your PC. It could be, but that's alright. Just don't tell them it's better, and they won't get a big head about it, you know? Sometimes you just do something nice for someone and they don't have to know it. Come on. Oh. There's that one. There. Good. Side panel. Oh, it's 7 o'clock already. Yeah, I picked that GPU because you said you were talking about it. You were thinking about getting it, so that's actually the reason I picked it out for that build. Because I figured if you were going to get it, then it would at least be helpful to see the cost with everything else. Twain Gregg. Good. Helping out on the I know. Then I'm also helping out on the I know call confusion because of how confused he was when he found out you can build your own PC. I'm helping him with his Discord server. Neat. That's fun. I like my Discord server. Nobody's ever on it, and that's fine. Oh no, don't do that. Alright, kick this one to the curb. Bye, Twain Gregg. Mark Goodall, come here. You're losing the ability to think for lack of sleep. Go to sleep. You don't have to sit here and watch me. Go to sleep. I'm going to be getting off here in a second anyway. Graphics card. I'm really just gonna finish this one up and then I'm gonna call it. Okay, no, not that, this. There's that. Did I get more RAM? Yes. Remove that. Because you wanted team group. So you're getting this. CPU. I don't remember what the CPU was on this one. Mark Goodall. Yeah, getting the new CPU too. This is similar style to the one that I was telling you about a second ago, where you have to like do the weird cross and it just comes right off. Like, that's not how those work at all. CPU i7. Paste it up. Cooling the blue one. Oops. That's the exact cooler you have, the one I was showing. Yep. They're great. Like, if you put a second fan on there, nothing beats it. Of course. Let me just cable these up again for fun. I was trying to do that. Okay. This. Run. This. Run. No more benchmarking! Alright, while those run. C. Livingston at CassandraLunches.com repairs. Can't believe my PC broke. Just went pop. Promise I didn't do anything. I worry about used parts. I've never cleaned it out. Is that okay? Replace the motherboard. Mortoni A320M MTech Plus. Mortoni A320M MTech Plus. Send it over. NutDev, my PC needs upgrading. I'm in the market for upgrades. I'm a bit obsessed with performance. Does 3574 sound reasonable for a benchmark? Gotta have it by 2.6. Zotac are awesome. I like nice and shiny new components. DevNut. I don't think I have Zotac parts yet. Cuddly S at cuddlypharmacy.tv. You work with computers, right? Things aren't working fast enough. I'm a bit obsessed with performance. It's 2837, sound reasonable. 16 gig memory, not as quick as it used to be. My PC lives on the floor. It's full of dust. Many thanks, Stuart. Alright. Send that over. EVGA. Okay, good. How are we doing over here? Is that good? Good. Is that good? Good. Just rip them straight out. Done. Done, 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 done. Alright, send them away. Come pick up your garbage. They use some nasty parts? What? Oh, wanted MSI? Thought I used MSI. Whatever. Get out of here, Twain Greg. Good old Mark. Yahoo. Alright, so I got that ready. DevNut. What do you have? 3574. Can I get Zotac yet? Okay. Manufacturer, Zotac. I do have some Zotac. Okay. So I guess send that over. 2837, 16 gig of memory. So we'll get another Dominator Platinum 8. Memory. 24. And Radeon R9, we'll just replace that with something we got. Okay, send it over. All right. Shut this down. And save. Cool. Well, I'm done. So I will hopefully catch you next time. And don't forget, I've got a YouTube channel. Links in my description. So, all right. Have a good night.